in the center of our mat. Make sure we're right underneath our plumb line. Bring our arms up and around. So we're going to use our forearms to push the swing down. Nice. And then from there, I like to hold on to the swing and lean back. So you notice it's going to have a bit of a give. So it's like, woo. And then I'm going to use my forearm press. Press your forearms towards me. And then walk your feet to the front of the mat. We're going to heel toe out all the way to a sumo squat. So trace the shape of the mat. I love to use these round mats to inspire the movement in the space. See if your hips can drop down. If you're doing this, it means the lower back is locked and we're creating tension in the body. And what we want to do is relax and hang. So I call this dynamic tension when my chest is lifted and my upper body is engaged, but my lower body is completely relaxed and hanging. So I'm right underneath my plumb line. Okay? And from this position, I just like to gently rock from side to side. There you go. So forearm press makes it so this tiny little space is happening in the armpits, right? So we can always bring the swing up and down, but everybody's looking pretty good. You want to just relax your hips a little bit more, Kelly? Yeah, like that. See, then you're right. See how the knees and hips are kind of in a line? That's good. So if you're happy, you can stay there. Otherwise, we'll bring yours up one. Kristen, you okay?
I'm happy.
Okay, great. Yeah, so there's some play with the positioning. You want to come up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Selena will help you. She's my handy assistant today. Yeah, so we just want to make sure that we are in a good position. I could bring my swing up, but I wouldn't bring it down. You know what I mean? And so when the swing is, like I was saying, you can just kind of tippy toe and bring it up. That's usually like ideal. So I can just bring this up one actually. And then it's back to where it needs to be. So it's okay to adjust it. Sometimes I like to work high, sometimes I like to work low. It really is just personal preference. So now you can see my hips are right in alignment with my knees. But I was okay where I was before too. So there's a little bit of play. So the toes are going to be 45 degrees. So bring them up just a little bit for me, Kelly. Yeah, 45. This is 90.
45.
So this is 0. This is 45. There you go, thank you. So this allows our knees to be relaxed. If we're like this, you feel that kind of tension that happens in the legs, this kind of relaxes them. Perfect. Let's shift from side to side. Just pretend like it's like a little belly dancing move. So what we're gonna do is shift our hips from side to side. Yeah, it's a little bit different than just the whole pelvis moving. We're rotating, that's it. That's it, Shanti, good. And just let that feel good when we start to loosen up some of that tightness that lives in the pelvis. The knees are going to track out, so remember to keep the knees open. There you go, good. And there might feel a little bit of tension or that stickiness in there as it loosens up, and just give it some time and some patience. Beautiful. And then we're going to heel toe our feet to the front of the mat. Good. Do a little wiggle here from side to side again. Just twist. See if that feels good. And then from this position, we push our hips up and we get the swing to slide down our back. Get it so it's below the heart. Now, if it isn't below the heart, when you come to sit, it's going to ride up again, right? So we have to just give it a little push because it will find our underarms. It'll creep up to the armpits if we let it. And then from here, use your chillaxin arms, support your head. Make sure the crown of the head is pointing to the top back corner of the room. So it's not like a U, but it's more of a V. Beautiful. Elbows flare out wide. Let your body sway from side to side. This is called Weeping Willow. Let's see if we can kind of stay synced up with one another, although it looks like we have plenty of space. It's so nice to have so much spaciousness. Thank you, Selena, for this awesome room. And sometimes I like to synchronize swim. Sometimes we'll do a little bumper car action. But let yourself freestyle for a little bit. Let it feel good. Notice what's happening with this massaging of the back of the heart. And again, that tightness or stickiness is starting to loosen up just from simply swaying from side to side. All the S's. All right, start to slow it down. Come on back through center. We're going to stretch, stretch, stretch the arms overhead and then wide into superstar. Shake it out, shake, shake, shake. And then forearm press. Now forearm press is going to be a strong hook. This is what's going to keep the armpits, right? So the shoulders pull down the back, right? Sometimes we'll go like this, but really get the bottom tips of the shoulder blades involved. in the pose, and then we're going to reach up with our left knee, roll into the outer edge of the right for a twist. There we go. So step to the outer edge of the mat, wherever you are. And then flex the toes back, really good. Flex the toes, there we go. And then we're gonna stack our hip with our ankle and our hip with our knee. Can you get those right lines, right angles? Beautiful, guys. Okay, drop the hips. Ooh la la, that's the stretch. And then inhale, pulse, lift. Exhale, relax into it. Keep the heart lifted and the hips relaxed. So can that dynamic tension happen where they're moving in opposite directions? Can you get just the right amount of stretch there? Good, guys. Inhale, lift. Let's go ahead and bring the knee back with us. Flex both feet back. The toes are going to roll from side to side. And just feel what that's like to get a deeper twist in the spine. The swing looks like it's in a good place for everybody. Thank you, guys. And then roll onto the left foot and step the right all the way to the edge. Great, so we're already flexed back. Beautiful. Nice adjustment, Kelly, that's it. And then we inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drop the hips. Pulse in the space. Inhaling, lift, and exhaling, drop. Feel the wringing out of the spine, starting to release the vertebrae. Any tension that's living in the body, we invite it to relax now. We inhale, lift, really good. Feet together, press your toes down, lift your arms up overhead. Use your chillaxin arms, interlace the fingers behind the back of the neck. And again, weeping willow, let yourself sway from side to side. Is there more spaciousness now that we did our recline twist? Is there more room for the chest and the lungs to open? Take a nice deep breath into the heart. Exhale. Exit through the toes, any tension. Beautiful, guys. If any time you need a break from the swing, you can just kind of hop and then come back in. You know, usually what I do is if I just take a moment to release and then come back, it's all good again. So if you do feel that discomfort, take a little pause. Okay? It's 100% okay to take breaks. So stay in chillaxin arms. If you're just comfy hanging out here, if you guys can come back into a forearm press, we're going to try a forward lunge. So forearm press if you like. Left knee lifts again, and this time step straight back. Keep the toes tucked under, and we're going to spread out. So front toes to the front of the mat, back toes to the back of the mat, and then drop the knees straight down. Now you'll notice you're right underneath your plumb line, and we want the spine to be like kind of anchored with this pillar. It's coming vertically down from the heavens. Good. Now it's getting low. Getting low. Yeah. So bend your front knee. So bring your toes forward, and then bend your front knee more. Yeah. There you go. Back foot back, front foot forward, and then, yeah, just drop it. Can you come straight up and down?
Straight up and down. My knee's going to hit the ground.
That's okay. You can just push into the earth and lift. Yeah. So we're going to come into a supported back bend. So press, 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 and lift. Lift the chest, roll your heart up towards the sky. It's a big rotation, and then the knee can come up off the ground. So we're using our legs for this one. Really pressing into the back toes to lift, and then exhale, relax, straight up and down. Woo! Inhale, lift. Press, press, press. So when you press, you're actually reaching back. So let me help you a little bit. Come on down, bend both knees. Good. So we're gonna lift and lean back to back bend like that. Yes. That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you were pressing, you were doing everything great, but you were still straight up and down. That looks good. One more time if we can. We're gonna inhale, lift, and press, and then straighten both legs. So notice if we straighten both legs, we can wind up back into our supported back bend. Chillaxin arms, give your neck a break. Let's try this with a supported neck, because sometimes doing all those back bends, we can feel our cervical spine doing the work instead of actually the thoracic. Come back to center. Let's just keep our arms here. Let's just try it. Let's lift the right knee up. Shoot it back. Toes tucked under, right? So be up on the ball of the foot. Shoot the foot leg back. All the way. There you go. Now bend the front knee, and notice you're already in your supported back bend. Okay, forward lunge, bend the knee, bend the knee. Good, awesome. Isn't that amazing? You got it? Lean back into it, Kelly, not with your neck, but with your heart. That's it, that's it. Beautiful, guys. Go ahead and hold on to the swing. Come back into a sumo squat. Let's lean forward. Sumo squat is wide. Lean forward with the heart. Sink the hips back. Turn the heels out and toes in. So my hands are going to be at my hips for part one. So I'm going to lean forward and find a straight spine. And then what I'm going to do is take a fist and pull it towards my shoulders. So find your shoulders. Yes. So it's pretty common for the hands to kind of like get a little lazy and go down to the waist, but we're going to stay up here. And then we're going to slide into the elbow crease. So see if you can get a nice hook at the elbow crease. Elbows, slide in a little bit more. Yeah. And then we're just going to sway from side to side. Push back with the tailbone and pull forward with the crown of the head. Can you get those two opposing motions? So back with the tailbone, Kelly. Pull back. Pull back. Yes. And now pull forward with the crown of the head simultaneously. Yes. That's the dynamic tension we want to keep in the spine. That looks great, guys. All right. Swing from side to side. Just play with it. Trace the semicircular shape of the mat with your gaze. Let that feel good. And then why don't we just play with peppermint patty? So this is usually when we get into, we get the sensation, right? We press forward, press, 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 hips forward all the way. Ooh la la. Big shoulder stretch. Is that okay? Yeah. And then lean back, lean back. So we only lean back to neutral because we'll be like, whoa, if we go too far. Okay. Lean forward, press, press, press. Strong arms. Open the chest. And then lean back. Just to neutral. Beautiful, guys. Let's give our left arm a break and bring it down underneath our gaze. Our right hand, I'll get this. Our right hand stays at our chest, right? So up by the shoulder instead of down by the waist. So play with that position. Pull your fist up to your shoulder. Pull it down to your waist. So notice what happens in the shoulder girdle. So pull it up to the shoulder. Yeah, this is where we want to keep the hand. See, this closes the shoulder. When it goes down to the waist, this opens the shoulder. Okay, so we're going to really work on alignment today. It's going to heal the rotator cuff. Okay, hand in football stance. We all know what that means. No, I don't play football. Okay, pull forward, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look towards the sky. Let that fist come down towards your sternum to stack the shoulders. Bring out the spine again. Relax, look down towards the ground. Take a breath. The next inhalation, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Bring it out. All right, and then inhale, come on back to center. Take a breath. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Last time. Twist, 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 twist. And then relax. Your gaze down towards the ground. So we're going to straighten the top arm. Hold on to the swing. Let's sway it overhead. So we're just going to rotate the shoulder overhead. Holding on. Very good. Is this okay on your shoulder? Which shoulder is it, by the way, hon? Okay. So bending the elbow is 100% okay.
Yeah.
It'll help the shoulder.
It's this side that goes, like, bringing it up to my side is what does it. What hurts. So, but like this is fine.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, it's 100% okay to make adjustments and ask me for an alternative too, okay? So straight arms if you can. So we interlace the fingers and let the head be above the arms. So if we drop our head, we're straining the shoulder joint. So we pick the head up and we lead with the heart. So head up a little bit more there. Yeah, so lead with the heart. There you go. Perfect. Let the sit bones spread and tailbone sink back behind you. And then lengthen out through the front of the chest and crown of the head. Now we're going to, after arching and opening here, we're going to use our arms to press, 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 and come up. Press, 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 press. Just use your arms. Yeah, strengthening the underbelly of the arms. Beautiful, guys. And then lower nice and slow. Nice and controlled breath. And then inhale, press, 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 come up. So these can be really tiny, powerful micro movements, or they could be big, exaggerated dynamic movements, but use your arms instead of your back. If you're doing it kind of fast and easy, then we know we're using our back. But if you're using your arms, it should be pretty hard, right? We'll just do a couple here. One more time. Inhale, lift, and press. All the way to stand. Come on up. Switching sides, we just unfurl the left overhead, hook, and then the right hand comes down. There we go. Yeah, you got it. Elbow crease. Cool. So you have to do the other arm for me then. So football stance, pulling forward. We get that nice long pillar, or axes, from the tailbone to the crown of the head, is opening the space, and then we twist into that space. Remember, the hand is up here by the shoulder. Is that the one that hurts?
No.
Okay. And then what we do is pull the fist down towards the sternum to stack. So one shoulder on top of the other, looking towards the sky, bringing out the spine, and then exhale, look down towards the ground. Relax. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Relax and take a break. Next inhalation, lift and twist. And then look down, take a break. One full breath in between, just to feel the effects, and then the next inhalation, lengthen and twist, bringing out the spine all the way to the tailbone, let it feel good. And then you're going to relax down, gaze down, straighten the top arm, and hold on to the swing. Now when we turn the shoulder over, there's no X, so we're going to have to rotate, right? I like straight arm to begin, and then both elbows bend for everybody. Now, with the play part of this sequence, we're going to stack our hips right over our heels, so sink your hips back if you need to, and then we're going to bend one knee and then the other knee, so the head is above the arms, and then we're just going to allow ourselves to play with the side body, right? So maybe we add like a little fishtail and a twist there and see what happens to the shoulders. As long as the shoulders are happy, you can go to those edges. Or we can keep both legs straight and just try little semicircles from side to side. Just feel what is best for your body today. I like to kind of get into the outer ankles and press my heels out. So I'm really feeling that stretch into the shins, but really find your own place of tension that wants some relief, wants some attention. Okay? Coming back to center. Take a nice deep cleansing breath, and then inhale, press, press, press. Straight arms come all the way up. Bend the elbows on the way down, exhaling down, nice and slow and controlled. Pause, bottom, and then inhale, press, 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 come on up. Exhale down. And again, lift, inhaling all the way up. Use your arms, nice and slow and controlled. Pause at the top. Very good. And then we're going to hop, skip, jump, come to center. Okay, so now we come into forward folds, and we're just reviewing what we learned today, and then we're adding some more of the Therapeutix. Does anybody have lower back pain? Anything going on in the lower back? Well, I always love the lower back stretches, so that's what we're going to focus on in these poses, are the back of the legs and all the stuff that collects around the sacrum and the hips. So that'll be our emphasis here, and give our upper body a break. We'll just switch back and forth. I'm going to show you what it looks like in this position, and then I might actually turn around so we're all facing the same way. It's a little bit easier. But we're going to take the swing and press it down to the place where the leg inserts into the pelvis. So it's not your belly, and it's not the bladder. It actually is straight arms all the way to the legs. So let the swing touch the legs. Yes, it's going to be on the tippy toes to get there. And we stay with our feet in the center of the mat, and then we push our hips forward. And when we push the hips forward, we stay on that angle, like the peppermint patty, and then we fold at the hip crease to come down. Now when we come down, we're going to shake it out, clasp the elbows and hang, and just gently let yourself sway from side to side. So your hips are draping over the front of the mat. If your heels are down, that's not it, right? So we have to trust the swing to hold us. Your feet stay in the center of the mat. You guys all came back. So center of the mat would be ideal. There you go. And then press forward. Cool. Wherever you're most comfortable. Can you walk to the center of the mat? Center? Center of the mat? Yes. Now you have plenty of room. Straight legs if you can. There you go. Alrighty. Have some fun with it. Get a little bit more sway. If it feels like you're getting a roughing session on your hip flexors, you're in the right place. This is intense on these parts of the body that are very sensitive, but that are also holding tension. So we let ourselves soften where there has been tension. See if there's some place to soften. Good. Nice, guys. Let's bring our fingertips down to the floor and then stretch back to your ankles. Reach for the back of the heels, wherever you can grab. You can bend the knees if the legs are feeling tight, but if you can pull with your arms, straight arms, pull your chest towards your knees, not your head. Head is in line with the body. Yeah, roll the shoulders around here. Squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together and pull in. And notice the difference. So most people can identify the top of the shoulders, but the bottom tips of the shoulder blades are still a little elusive. So we're going to pull the bottom tips in towards one another. Yeah. Is that different? And then this spreads out. So we're going to roll our shoulders around a couple times. So pull the bottom tips of the shoulder. Nope, the other way. Arch. Arch. Yes, that direction. Isn't that different? So that way the tops of the shoulders spread out and the bottom tips can find each other. There you go. Nice. A few more deep breaths here. See where is there space that can be created in the body. Where can there be more movement, and then where does your body want some stillness? Maybe the mind and the thoughts can become still as the heart opens. And then we reach our arms forward, stretch it out into a down dog. Now in your down dog, you're going to be up on your fingertips. Stretch, stretch, stretch all the way out over your mat. So ideally we're going to stay in the center of the mat and be underneath our pivot point, and then let our arms reach all the way forward, like a down dog, right? And so in our down dog position, we're going to turn it into a happy dog just by wagging our tail. Again, make it tiny little micro movements if it's too intense on the hip flexors, or if you're really enjoying the deep tissue, then go ahead and make it a big swag. Whatever you're feeling like today. Okay, we're going to practice coming into our happy dog. We're going to look forward, press into our toes, and press our hips forward, and let our dog fly. Nice. So when you come to center, lift up, and then come back down. Practice. Good. Nice, everybody. It takes a little bit of balance, right? A little bit of grounding to come into your flying dog. And then when the hands come back down, we're going to go ahead and practice lifting the legs. So center your right foot in the center of the mat, and then lift the left foot up, arch and open, look forward. Exhale, pull the knee to nose. Squeeze the belly. Inhale, lift. All the way up. And then exhale, pull in, round in, and then lift, open, undulate the spine, exhale, squeeze. This time, inhale, lift, and press the outer hip into the leg loop and bend the knee. See if you can hook the foot on the outside of the swing. So kick the leg loop out of the way so you know that's the outside. Other side, Kelly. That's the inside, go for the yes, that's it. Good job. Pull the foot down towards your bum because it will try to float away. Let's keep that in nice and tight. And then we're going to press our chest towards our standing leg. Stretch your arms out a little bit more for me there, everybody. Nope, in front. That was definitely wide, though. Yeah, there we go. Shoulder distance. Beautiful. Now, if you're feeling the back of the hamstring on the right side, you're in the right place. Just give it a little love. If anybody doesn't feel your hamstrings, I'm like, congratulations. Graduated. Inhale, pull forward, and then just bring both feet back down. So bring both feet. Hip distance, sway it out. Give yourself a chance to reset in between. And then when you're ready, come to center. I like to place the left foot in the center of the mat. Inhale, lift, right leg up, pull and reach forward with the heart. Exhale, pull the knee in towards the chest and round. So lift and open on an inhalation, up onto the fingertips. Exhale, knee to chest, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen, lift. And one more time, squeeze the belly, pull in, round in. And this time when we lift, we're going to bend the knee. So guys, if you can look up for a second, if I bring the leg all the way out to the side, then when I bend the knee, it's hooked outside in. What happens is when I hook inside out, I lose my hook altogether. So the outside in is the key to keep it around the hip flexor. There you go, everybody got it. Very good. Okay, foot is pulling down, nice and tight. Press back towards your standing leg, one-legged dog. Beautiful, guys. Stretch the arms out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Always shoulder distance, stack the bones. Yes, beautiful. All right, and pull forward, take an inhalation, exhale, bring both feet down. We're gonna try one more happy dog, and then we're gonna come into our upside down dog. So always adjust the swing if you need a little break, right? Just give it a little tug in either direction, whatever you need. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna inhale, pull forward, and then we're gonna try to lift into a floating plank. Right, so hands on the ground. So feet are going to be level with our hips. And then see if you can bend both knees and then hook both feet outside in. Yes, good job, guys. Inhale, look forward for up dog. Pull towards me. And then exhale, up, inside out for the right leg. Kirsten, your right side, inside out. Yeah, do the other way. Thank you.
Okay.
That.
There we go.
Press back. Everybody else is looking good. Asher, you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So your right side, outside in. Yes, thank you. Gets a little confusing upside down. Okay, so now we're in our upside down dog. We inhale, pull forward, straight arms if you can for up dog. Nice big breath. Exhale, upside down dog. Chest comes down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Let that feel good. Exhale, press back with control, really gentle on the shoulders. Strong but gentle. Okay, one more time, we're gonna lift. If anybody wants to practice handstands, this is not necessarily our regular restorative, but you could stack your hips. So you keep your arms straight, 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 and then pull your hips up towards the sky, engage through the feet to stack. Straight arms, here you go. Good. Nice, guys. And then we're going to come on back down to neutral, bend the elbows. Everybody bring your elbows down and release your fingers. Time to rest in headstand. Our new resting pose. So I like to keep my head right over my spine. If you have the room, ground the crown of the head down to there you go. Perfect adjustment, Kirsten, thank you. And then what we're going to do is ground the crown of the head, connect your pineal gland to the center of the earth. If your feet are happy, keep them where they are. If you prefer to pull your knees together and your feet together, you can release the hook of the swing. Just pull your knees down towards the ground. Down is where your chest is. So, Emily, you have to pull, Lacey, you have to pull your knees down towards the ground more. Yeah. Not together, just straight down. Yeah, there you go, hun. That way you don't float away. Perfect. You look like my friend Emily. So yeah. So I like to just take the time to relax my arms here so shoulders can relax. Everything can relax. Just see if you can create a little bit more length through the lower back. This is a really great pose for the spine. If you pulled your knees together, you're spreading the sacrum, which is a wonderful way to release the lower back. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, everybody pull their knees together now, feet together. Release the feet. Yeah. Nice. And then what we're going to do is straighten the legs down towards the ground. We're still going to float. Yeah, just let the legs be heavy. Beautiful. So stretching the back body. And then we're going to try and balance. For those that feel ready, interlace your fingers behind your back. Stay balanced. And then once you clasp your hands together, pull them down over your head. Pull them down towards the ground, over your head. Back of the head. So hands are going to pull away from the toes. Nice, strong, straight arms if you can. Just let that feel good. Completely floating. Nice. Okay, you're spring-loaded, so be really careful. Release your grip. Let your toes float down, your hands float forward. Let's come out through angel wings. So you're going to arch and look up. Walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Walk your fingers all the way forward. And then once you have tension, pressing your hips forward, you're going to come up. Thumbs up. Beautiful, guys. And then lift your chest. Lift, lift, lift. And then hold on to the swing to come out. Ooh. And then take a little break. Notice how that feels. Now this region is completely different now. This is like pulsating. Very good. We have about 20 more minutes, 25 more minutes of practice, and then we're going to get into a really long restorative cocoon. and Sivasana, where we might practice some YOGASSAGE on you. You never know. So let's just get a little feedback about how you're feeling. Is anybody wanting